Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Infallible Handmaids. In this video we are going to see how to make beaded fringe earrings. We usually make beaded fringe earrings with seed beads in size 11 or 10 or delica beads, but those beads are very small to work with. If you are a beginner, you need a proper understanding on how these earrings are actually made. So for that reason I'm using pony beads. The pony beads are really big and easy to see, and also I'm using a yarn instead of nylon wire, so it's easy to work with the yarn than the wire. So let's get started. First we need a foundation to start with. For that I'm using a ladder stitch with 3 beads. First I'm adding 6 beads to the yarn and leaving a tail of about 4 to 5 inches. We will consider the 3 beads as 1 bead and continue with the ladder stitch. We have a detailed video on how to make ladder stitch using 1 bead, 2 sets of bead and 3 sets of bead. So in this tutorial I am using 3 sets of bead. Please check the description for the complete video. To begin with, we will pass our needle up through the first 3 sets of bead. Now pass your needle down through the next 3 sets of bead. Now the thread is going downwards. Now to the thread we will add another 3 sets of bead. As the thread is going downwards, we will insert the needle to the previous 3 sets of bead from upwards. Pull the beads gently but firmly by maintaining the same tension throughout your project. Now you can see how the 3 sets of beads are lined side by side. We will continue this until we have 9 beads in a row with sets of 3. Now we will pass the needle up through the newly added beads. Now your thread is coming from upwards. Now we can add another 3 beads. Now pass your needle up through the 3 sets of bead that we have added previously. Pull it gently with the same tension. Now pass your needle down through the newly added sets of beads. Now add 3 more beads. Pass your needle down through the previous sets of beads. Now again up through the newly added sets of beads. Continue this until you have 9 3 sets of beads in your row. We made a separate detailed video on how to make a ladder stitch. Please check the description box below. In that video we have discussed about how to make ladder stitch with 1 bead, with 2 sets of bead and 3 sets of bead like this. And this is our 9th 3 sets of beads for this row. Now we have to complete the ladder stitch. As we are using an odd number of beads in a row, our yarn, that is our thread, is just coming upwards from the 9th set of beads. So it's very easy for us to work the brick stitch on top of this ladder stitch. Now we have completed our ladder stitch. On top of this ladder stitch, we will add the brick stitch. Again, we have a separate detailed video on how to make brick stitch. If you are interested, please check the description box below. For the fringe earrings, we are going to make a triangle shape on top of this ladder stitch. So currently we are having 9 beads in a row. So we will gradually decrease it so that it forms a triangle. So for that we are going to use the brick stitch. To begin with, I will add 2 beads to my thread, and I want to place my beads in a certain way so that it stays flush. So I want my beads to be placed like this, in between, like a brick. And also I want to decrease the number of beads in the upcoming row. So I will skip the first thread bridge and insert my needle from behind to the second thread bridge. Pull it tight but gentle. We are skipping the first thread bridge because we are actually decreasing the count. So now pass your needle up through the last bead that you have added, and again pass through the next bead. Now pass your needle down through the next bead. Now again pass your needle up through the bead that you have newly added. Pull tight, and now the beads will stay on place. Make sure you maintain the same tension throughout your project. Now let's continue this. We will add 1 bead to our thread, and we will pass through the thread bridge from backwards to the front, and again. Now pass your needle up through the newly added bead. Now continue adding beads to the entire row until you have 8 beads in this row. Now I am adding the 8th bead to this row. We will pass through the thread bridge and again pass our needle up through the bead that we have added. Now we have completed our first row of decrease in brick stitch. For our second row of decrease, you can just proceed as it is, but for this project I'm just turning my work for easy understanding, but you need not do this. As our earring is symmetric in shape, turning or without turning doesn't make any difference, so I'm just turning for easy understanding. So for the second row of decrease, we will skip the first thread bridge, add 2 beads and pass our needle through the newly added bead, up through the newly added bead. And now we will pass our needle down through the next bead. Now again pass your needle up through the newly added bead. Now pull it tight, firmly but gently. Now the beads are in place. Now we can start the usual stitches of brick stitch. We will add a bead to our thread, then pass our needle through the thread bridge from back to front and again up through the newly added bead. Now we will proceed the same by adding beads until we have 7 beads in this row. Again I'm turning my work for easy understanding, but you can absolutely skip this part and continue working from the same side. Now we will continue decreasing each rows until we have 2 beads at the top of our triangle. We have made our final row of decrease. This row only has 2 beads. To this we will add a hoop structure where we can add our findings for the earrings. So I'm adding 6 beads and to form a loop. Again I'm passing my needle up through the 4 beads of the loop to make the loop sturdy. Again we will pass our needle down through the next 4 beads of the loop. Now my working thread is very small. What we usually do in this scenario in real-time project is we will secure this thread by putting double knots and then weave the threads in between the beads. Just by weaving in the threads in between the beads and follow the same path where your thread has been already passed to avoid any unintentional changes to your work. As I'm using yarn in this project, to extend the yarn I'm just attaching a new yarn. In real projects we will be using nylon thread which is very thin, so we won't use this kind of method to attach the thread. We will use a different method, but for this particular video I'm just attaching the yarn in a different way. Now we have extended our working yarn, so now we can proceed for making fringes. To secure my work, I will use 2 knots. I'm making a loop and passing my thread through that loop. This is our first knot. This step is not necessary. I'm just showing you how to secure your work. So because we have extended our yarn, so it is not necessary for us to secure the work because we will be working with the same yarn. But in case if you have a shorter length of yarn, you have to secure your work. So I'm just showing you how to put the knots. Our next step is to start the fringe from the end. So I'm passing the needle through the beads so that I will reach the end point. This is the point where I will be starting my fringe. The shortest length fringe will be starting from this point. So this is how our work looks till now. First we started our foundation with the ladder stitch, then we continued with the brick stitch, then we made a loop. Then the next part is to make the fringes. See you all soon in the next video. So our next video will be the continuation of this video. In that video we will see how to make fringes and complete this earring. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel Infallible Handmaids. Please give your feedback, queries and suggestions in the comment section below. Thank you.